Hi, cutie. Alright guys, I'm going to go over what I do to the back of her hair, since you guys are asking. First of all, I have her distracted. She has some of these yogurt melts and a little bit of her baby juice. A little bit of baby juice. So, now this is... Take this bow off so y'all can see. So, I tell you guys a lot, her hair consists of a whole bunch of different curled up curls. They look like so. And you guys want to know, what am I doing to maintain the back of her hair? A lot of you were wondering, how do I possibly keep it from not being too dry, not thinning, not falling out. And you can really see up close. See, there's a whole bunch of nice little curls in the back. And a lot of you have messaged me asking, how is that? What am I doing to preserve the curls? Pretty much, I don't curl it. It curls up on its own. But there are things that I do to make sure that the back does not get too dry. And I'm going to show you.
Alright guys, so let's get into how do I take care of the back of her hair. So I have this rat tail comb here, and as you can see, I'm not really combing out her hair. I'm really actually just teasing it. I'll show you how I use that comb a little later. I have a spray bottle that just has water in it, and I'm just going to prep the hair in the back by just spraying the back of the hair lightly. Couple of sprays. You don't want to saturate it, but you do want it to be glistening at least. After I go ahead and I spray the hair, you can already start to see as I rub it in, that gives it a little bit of moisture. But you can't just use water alone when it comes to taking care of the back of the hair. Yes, water will keep it initially from being dry, but if your child has hair like Savannah, it's just going to soak that water up, so it will need some type of product to work with it. And when you mix the product with the water combined to the back half of the hair, you'll start to see a difference. So here I'm using this pudding type of moisturizer. This is by Shea Moisture, and it is the kid version of the smoothie enhancing cream. Now, this is supposed to be to enhance curls and for moisturizing. I'm just going to get a good enough amount so that the product is on my fingertips, and you're going to see me start to really work that into the back area of her hair. I don't use a comb. I know a lot of people will put product in and then comb it through. The only time I do something like that is when I'm conditioning her hair during her bath time, when her hair is completely saturated and conditioner is in it. Then I'll work the product through with a comb, but I'm not doing that when I'm just trying to moisturize the hair. So I'm taking a little bit more of the product and I'm still working it through. The amount you want to use is entirely going to be up to you. I pretty much just stare and pay attention until I see that her hair is not looking dry anymore. That's when I know that I've added enough product. Now here's what I use the comb for. So I get the comb and I pretty much just tease the ends. I repeat, I am not combing out the roots of her hair. I've already distributed the moisturizing product onto her scalp in the roots with my fingertips, and I'm simply using the comb just to make sure I've gotten the products to the ends of her hair. Now, the reason why I don't comb her hair out after moisturizing it, it's due to personal preference. I do not want to be putting too much tension on her hair, so I'm simply just fluffing it through with the comb, and really I'm spraying it again, and the whole point of this is just to moisturize the hair. This is not a styling day. This is not a comb through and detangle. This is literally me allowing the moisturizer to soak into her hair and kind of just sit. So honestly, what I would do after I'm completely done, I just throw a headband on her hair, and that's just it. It's a day for moisturizing. You might want to get in the habit of trying to do that. Again, it is a personal preference of mine. If you choose to style your child's hair after moisturizing, that's entirely up to you. But I like to just let that moisturizer sit in her hair for the day, and the less tension, the better. You can even see here where I had originally sectioned off her hair into halves. So you have the lower half, which is where you see my fingers working the most. And then the upper half there, I'm not really touching too much because it doesn't require as much attention. But there I've sectioned it off. I didn't really do a part, but you can see where I'm focusing on that lower half of her hair. I'm still rubbing my fingers through. It still has excess product on it. And I'm still fluffing out the hair with the comb, making sure to distribute it to the ends. Now this is extremely important, guys. The product that you're using for a moisturizer of your choice, as you work the product through the hair, you should start to not see any dry patches. And I'm doing a close-up here so you can see. So Savannah's hair is becoming extremely moisturized. If you remember from the beginning of the video, although she still had her curls, you could tell that they were dull and the hair was looking kind of dry. As you can see here, the curls are still there. They've become more defined, but more importantly, her hair is starting to look glossier and more moisturized. That's how you know if the moisturizer that you're using in your child's hair works well for their hair. I stress this because, again, not every product on the market that says it's for babies is going to work in your child's head. You have to take the time to see what their hair reacts to. So you see here, her hair, it's nice, it's fluffy, it's bouncy, it reacts well to this pudding type of moisturizer. Now, in the past, I have tried stuff that didn't work that well. For example, I find I don't really moisturize with coconut oil. Coconut oil does not do much for Savannah's hair anymore. Sometimes I will have it as a mixture with water and other stuff, but alone by itself, it just does not react well in her hair. The second product that I add to moisturizing is Jamaican black castor oil. It is thicker, so I use it sparingly. You guys know I've been using it in her hair since birth, and it just agrees with her hair type. If you find it doesn't work for your child, again, you need to explore different products and see what is bringing out the best when you add it to your child's hair. So I find the pudding mixture along with a little bit of Jamaican black castor oil really allows her hair to glisten and shine, and it ends up not being dry. So I'm just going to take an amount. I'll show you how much I use when I apply it to the back. So I get enough just to cover the palm of my hands, and then I rub it in around my fingertips, and I bring it to her hair, and I go ahead and I just kind of gloss it over, and then I rub it in. Again, I'm still only focusing primarily on that back area, and I'm just making sure to distribute it throughout that back area to make sure there's no dry areas as I'm pulling and stretching the hair at the same time. Honestly, guys, this is what I do to keep it moisturized. Hopefully this process works for somebody else. Any questions, please leave comments below. But again, it's just a water mixture, that pudding moisturizer, Jamaican black castor oil, and just taking the time to find what product works well with your child's hair. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.